I'm proud to endorse and encourage you to get this Bible. We must make America pray again.
We are in so much trouble. I do understand that people are getting a bit emotional and are picking sides because of this political race, this presidential race between Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Let me just say this, if you haven't heard me say this before, we don't really have a great leader, a great horse in the race, regardless of which side you're on. If you are for Joe Biden, it's not a great choice. If you're for Donald Trump, not a great choice. Now, in terms of records, I get that. There are some that will say that, yeah, the record under Trump, the country was better than it is now. I'm not going to really argue with that. But in terms of the man, the person, we've got one man who doesn't seem to be able to hold long, coherent conversations, and one whose conversations sometimes hard to trust. Matter of fact, a lot of times hard to trust.
Okay. You mentioned the Bible. You've been talking about how it's your favorite book. And you said, I think last night in Iowa, some people are surprised that you say that. I'm wondering what one or two of your most favored Bible verses are and why.
I wouldn't want to get into it because to me that's very personal. You know, when I talk about the Bible, it's very personal. So I don't want to get into verses. I don't want to get into...
There's no verse that means a lot to you that you think about or cite?
The Bible means a lot to me, but I don't want to get into specifics.
Now, that was Donald Trump speaking about him loving the Bible. However, he's gone one better. Now, and listen, I would choose Trump over Biden in a heartbeat right now. But this right here just tells you that we don't really have, as Christians, we don't have leaders. Here is Donald Trump. I don't know who came up with this thought, who brought up this idea, but this was as bad can get. And oh, by the way, ultimately, God is going to deal with the people involved.
I'm proud to be partnering with my very good friend, Lee Greenwood. Who doesn't love his song, God Bless the USA, in connection with promoting the God Bless the USA Bible. This Bible is the King James Version and also includes our Founding Father documents, yes, the Constitution, which I'm fighting for every single day, very hard. I want to have a lot of people have it. You have to have it for your heart, for your soul. Many of you have never read them and don't know the liberties and rights you have as Americans and how you are being threatened. Religion and Christianity are the biggest things missing from this country, and I truly believe that we need to bring them back, and we have to bring them back fast. I think it's one of the biggest problems we have. That's why our country is going haywire. We've lost religion in our country. All Americans need a Bible in their home, and I have many. It's my favorite book. It's a lot of people's favorite book. In the end, we do not answer to bureaucrats in Washington. We answer to God in heaven. Christians are under siege. We must protect content that is pro-God. We love God, and we have to protect anything that is pro-God. I'm proud to endorse and encourage you to get this Bible. We must make America pray again.
Wow. So now we have the Donald Trump Study Bible. I know it's not really the Donald Trump Study Bible. It's the Lee Greenwood Bible. Everyone's going to associate with Donald Trump. For $59.99, for $60, you can get you one. It's got the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence. I don't know what else it has in it, but still, this is just horrible. But guys, let me just be clear. If you don't know this already, we don't have a leader. Even though one of these men are going to be the president, they're not necessarily our leaders. The Bible tells us this in Psalm 118:8. He says, it is better to take refuge in the Lord than to trust in man. It is better to take refuge in the Lord than trust in princes. Now, same thing with presidents. Better to take refuge in the Lord, trust in him, than to trust in a president. Donald Trump, nor will Joe Biden lead us home to a great, wonderful day. The country is not getting better. The love of many will wax cold. Inflation, the cost of things is going to continue. The debt is going to continue to skyrocket. There are going to be all sorts of atrocities. There's going to be one issue, one travesty, one tragedy after another. This is why you need to put your focus not in the guy who's in the White House, but in the person who owns all the cattle, the cattle on the thousand hills. Put your trust in him, the one who, who created the earth, who sustains it, and who one day is going to come back for those who have placed their faith in his shed blood, his son shed blood on the cross. Place your faith in him. This right here, I didn't even believe it at first. Now it's like, wow, Even though things never cease to amaze me, this kind of shocked me.